The glasses come off when I know we're live. What's going on here? Stream status not connected. We're live. Pretty sure. There we go. We're live. We're live. Pretty sure. Stupid thing. We're live. We're live, everybody. We're live. I'm sure of it. I'm sure of it. I didn't show my stream key, did I? That'd be a great way to get the stream going. Just dox myself. Alright, let's share it with the broader community. When you get here, say hello so I know you're here. We're going to be starting here in a second. Yo, Anthony, what's up? Glasses are coming off. How's it going? We're gonna start the temple here. Now that I know that we're live. Let's hold on 1 second. I'm gonna close that out. Okay. So last time, I'm pretty sure, we were looking at Ezekiel. We're going to do another offering. Then we're going to finish Ezekiel. And that'll be the first hour. And then after the first hour on, it's going to be coding. Mostly, we're going to be taking a look at the Doom source port. So let's get that going. Here we are. Temple OS. Oh, I can't make it like this. Boot her up. If you have any questions in the chat, I will answer them. I'm doing great. I was actually eating chicken sandwich. I still am eating chicken sandwich right here with cottage cheese. Very good. Cafeteria right there. Okay. I think we're ready to get started. thyself, and walkest whither thou wouldest. For when thou shalt be old, thou shalt stretch forth thy hands, and another shall gird thee, and carry thee whither thou wouldest not. This spake he, signifying by what death he should glorify God. And when he had spoken this, he said unto him, Follow me. Then Peter, turning about, seeth the disciple whom Jesus loved following, which also leaned on his breast at supper, and said, Lord, which is he that betrayeth thee? Peter seeth him, saith to Jesus, Lord, and what shall this man do? Jesus said unto him, If I will that he tarry till I come, what is that to thee? Follow thou me. Then went this saying abroad amongst the brethren, that disciple should not die. Yet Jesus said not unto him, He shall not die, but if I will that he tarry till I come, what is that to thee? This is the disciple which testifieth of these things and wrote these things, and we know that his testimony is true. Peter. I asked before what people's favorite disciple was. A lot of people said Peter. Got a Giga Chad chin. This is Peter. True Giga Chad. Can't you tell? I'm gonna make him laying on hands, like when he resurrected that girl. If we have questions for God after the offering, write them in the chat. You can ask him about dinosaurs, flat earth, Elon Musk, whatever. He'll give us the answer, and it will be canon. It's never failed. Never fails. We got a particularly good God song today. I didn't really give him a neck. He has no neck. He's just got a big chin. No neck, big chin. I'm getting some harmonics. That was pretty cool. forget which chapter it is that Peter heals the dead girl. Great work, thank you. Carputing. If someone can find out which chapter that is, I think it's around Acts 21 that Peter heals the dead girl. I'll look it up later. We'll make her just very basic. She's so happy. She's not dead. Should Peter look coy, or I mean, he looks like, I think he was pretty smiley. I'm gonna give him like big mouth. Pretty happy, I would say. Okay, that's Peter. That's Peter. We're gonna fill in the color now. Oh, I need a line at the bottom here. Just a line here. And then for the floor. Hey, you guys, let me know if you want. You can help me color it. Like, what? I don't know what color the floor will be. Maybe just orange. I try and remember my Bob Ross and just say there's no like accidents. It's all canon, basically. All right. We'll start with yellow. We'll do flood fill. Alright, girl's got yellow hair. Oh, I missed a line here. There we go. Okay. I think that's it for the yellow. Then we're going to have purple bed sheets, because it's a girl's room, right? So she's got a little purple bed. And purple skirt. And we'll give it the bed like a nice wood coloring. Dithered wood color. We need a nice Arabic skin color. Oh no, not red. Hold on, I want to do like olive for Peter's skin here. Alright. And his hair will get nice dark. I guess it's blue, but yeah, that works. I like that. I actually don't know what color Peter's eyes were. I feel like he had green eyes. I feel like they were green. Or maybe blue. Is it against the rules Yeah, we have to do the offering first before we can ask God. That's the second question I'm going to ask him. I'm going to ask what color his eyes were. And maybe I can fix it after. Green or blue? I'm going to go with green-blue. Cyan. And for his robes, I guess he's got white robes, but I'm going to make him green robes because I feel like that's a friendly color. See, he looks so friendly. He looks very friendly with green. Okay, and then we just need the girl and the floor. So the girl will be wearing more purple. There we go. And the floor, for the floor we'll have light red. Or light, yeah, we'll have light red. That looks pretty cool. I think it's done. I think that's pretty good. There we go. He's healing the girl. Okay, now we get to ask questions. Okay, we are here. Hello. If you have a question for God, you gotta let me know. Antonio asks, are we going to heaven? And you know what? I have a coin or something? Okay, look, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna flip to a random page in the Bible. I'm going to flip to a random page, and that page is the first number that's how many responses we're going to have. So, the page is 114. 114, so we get one response for this question. The answer is sunder. What does that actually mean, to sunder? Sunder. To break into two pieces, to force to keep apart. We go to heaven if we sunder. We have to break our soul away from our body, right? Sunder. This is my notes here. To break into two parts or pieces, body and soul. Separate the soul from the body to get into heaven. Alright, question. What color are Peter's eyes? I'm not sure if the Bible actually says what color his eyes are. I don't think they do. Enroute wants to ask... Let's save here. Enroute wants to ask why aliens always ask for our leader. And that'll be the third question. Okay. How many responses did we get for this one? 2. It was 224. So we get 2. God doesn't want to answer the question. So we're going to move on. He doesn't want to answer that question. Maybe he likes to keep that one a secret. He's avoiding the question. Okay. Hold on, let me get the right word. Why do aliens always ask us for our leaders? Okay. Let's see. I got... Okay. 52. 52. So we get 5. Diving assembly, babe, 4th chance. Okay. So, diving assembly. Okay. Diving assembly. Okay, a diving assembly, right? Think about it. Aliens, to get to Earth, they must have been pretty good at assembly, right? So they're pretty deep divers into assembly to write the code for the spaceships and stuff, right? So stay with me here. Aliens are good at assembly. Babe, 4th chance. Babe, I think they want to get freaky with us, right? Because aliens are nerds. And this 4th chance, this 4th chance, God is saying we only get one more question, so we should make it good, because we've already asked 3. Aliens want to get freaky with us, that's why they always ask for our leaders, because they get consent first. But they don't realize that consent is an individual level, you know. They're so far in the future, they've all mind melded into the alien swarm. Imagine building something to get to Earth. Yeah. Okay, so aliens are so good at assemblies, they are nerds and they want to have babies with us. So, we get one more question. 4th chance. We have to make it a really good question. So, you know what? I'm thinking. Maybe we should ask about Doom, the Doom port, or maybe something else. I don't know. Maybe about the Ezekiel. Maybe we should ask for some help with the Ezekiel Bible study, because that's pretty important to do the Bible study. I think that's what I'm going to ask for the 4th question. Okay. Yeah, I wanted to give everybody a chance to ask. So, all right. My question is going to be well, I don't want to ask about the future, right? We want to avoid fortune telling. So how can I phrase this in such a way? I'll just ask him for strength and wisdom while we read this verse. I think that's fair. We don't want to waste God's time with too many frivolous questions. Okay. We got one more. It was 136, so we got one more. Height! We've been elevated, boys. We've been elevated. People, women. I don't think any women watch my videos. Apparently 5% people are women. I don't know who these women are or why they're watching me, but okay, so we're going to go into the Bible study now. Here we go. Where is a Bible that I did last time? Because I took notes last time. I think it was in MISC. And we should just find Ezekiel. Here we go. Yeah, here we were. Okay. So I was at 20. How long is the streaming going so far? Only about 20 minutes. Good. Okay, we got lots of time. So we're going to finish book 1 here of Ezekiel. We left off at 20. So basically, in summary, everything that happened was that it's describing this creature that has the different forms of Christ. Maybe I should get some music here too. We'll get some nice Christian music. But I want like copyright free music, you know. I don't want to get shadow banned or something. We can get some good music. Here we go. I do this, and I don't think I can see the chat while this is going, maybe? Oh yeah, here I can, okay. Here we go. Now I can see the chat again, okay. We'll get the royalty-free music. The church music. Here we go. That should be good. Should hear that. If it's too loud, let me know. I think it's good. Okay. Dear Father, please help us out with our Bible interpretation here. Okay. So, we were, like I said, we were talking about the animal spirits. So, these were the different forms of Christ. They had a lion, the face of a man, an ox, and an eagle. These are all the forms of Christ. That's where we were. And so, just to quickly cover again, whithersoever the Spirit was to go, they went. Thither was their spirit to go, and the wheels were lifted up over against them. For the Spirit of the living creature was in the wheels. And he has the army of angels, right? That's where we left off. When those went, these went. And when those stood, these stood. And when those were lifted up from the earth, the wheels were lifted up over against them. For the Spirit of the living creature was in the wheels. This living creature is Christ, right? So, this is what it is describing to be the member of the body of Christ. It's this multi-headed creature with lots of different forms, you know, and that's why sometimes when you talk to God, you're sometimes, you know, you're talking to the eagle, sometimes you're talking to the oxen, sometimes you're talking to the face of the man who could just relate to you and your temptations. So he has these different faces that he likes to show sometimes, but to be a member of the body of Christ is to incorporate all these forms and to be a part of it. So wherever he goes, you go also, right? So if he's looking one way, you're looking that way too. It's kind of funny because Terry Davis, he was like, when he was an atheist, right? He became an atheist. The whole world kind of went to atheism. And he wasn't worried about swinging it back the other way, right? But when he became an atheist, the whole world became an atheist. Because he was the Pope. He was the spiritual leader of the world. And just as the pendulum swings one way, whoever has the most of the Holy Spirit within them, they kind of influence and shape the culture. And Terry Davis shaped the entire culture of the world because he was empowered with the Holy Spirit. You could tell them not just by their fruits, but by the power. Like, there's power in the words that he was saying. Even if people didn't hear them, they felt them because it was a spiritual link. Like, when this creature moves, when the spirit of the living creature moves, they don't have to think about moving with it. They just do it because they're part of it, and we're all members of this same body. It's not so much of a physical understanding as it is it's a spiritual link. And the likeness of the firmament upon the hands of the living creature was as the color of the terrible crystal. Oh, hold on. I'll get the music going again. This is like Halloween music. Here we go. And the likeness of the firmament upon the heads of the living creatures was as the color of the terrible crystal stretched forth over their heads above. So, beryl was the color of the wheels. As in 1:16 here, this was the crystal. I assume this is a good crystal. The likeness of the firmament upon the head. So we remember the firmament is the border of heaven and earth. Upon the heads of the living creature was as the color of the terrible crystal stretched forth over their heads above. Now, I don't think this is a terrible in the sense of like it's bad. It's terrible as in it's powerful, right? Great and terrible power. It's like far-reaching power, God-fearing power. Because we have to remember, this is on the heads of the living creature, right? And so it's not saying like, oh, Jesus is a bad or a terrible spirit. It's like a fearful, like imposing crystal. So I'm kind of curious what the original Greek word here is, because that plays into, actually it would be, this is the Old Testament, so it wouldn't be Greek, it would be Hebrew. But that's interesting. Maybe we can find that out. I'll take a note for that. If someone can find out maybe the original Hebrew word that was used here, that might be useful. And under the firmament, were their wings straight, the one toward the other. Everyone had two, which covered on this side, and everyone had two, which covered on that side their bodies. Right, so we remember this pairing from earlier. It's a callback to earlier in this part of the verse, where each of the four sides was 2 by 2 into the two forms of Christ, right? The body and the spirit. It's such a major aspect of like all biblical text is this body-spirit divide, right? Because the body is always it's interesting, right? It covers their bodies. The body and the spirit are always in conflict with each other. They're at war with each other, right? We have bodily temptations, right? And then our spirit leads us away from the bodily temptations for these greater minded things. So maybe this is just to say that each wing, even when we pass on, just as Jesus conquered death, our bodies they still affect our soul, right? And vice versa. So just even when our physical bodies die, we get new bodies in heaven, right? That's part of this member of Christ. So it's so important that, especially on earth, that we learn to take care of these bodies that we have, so that in the next life, when we're part of this greater member, that we are temperate, that we are letting our soul guide our bodies and not the other way around. Because how can we follow the living creature everywhere that he goes if we're not being led by the Spirit? Because if you just try and look at someone's body motions, it's not going to work to copy them. You have to have a connection. You can get really good at, for example, just like trying to copy it, but you really need that mind-body connection, And so preparing our spirit is so important. And when they went, I heard the noise of their wings, like a noise of great waters, as the voice of the Almighty, the voice of speech, as the noise of a host. When they stood, they let down their wings. Again, the noise of a host. Who is the Lord of hosts, right? So we have this big army of angels and the Lord of hosts, the Almighty. When they flap their wings, he's hearing the voice of the Almighty. If you still had any doubt in your mind that this is talking about Jesus, then there's that for you right there. It finally is saying, okay, yes, this is the voice of the Almighty. It's at least speaking through this creature, right? Right? If you have doubt that this is Jesus, this is the forms of God, it is at least using the voice. It has the Holy Spirit, right? We know that for sure. And the Almighty is the Father. So that's God for sure, right? And the Son, the Savior, again, I think that's why the symbolism of the creatures is so important, because I think that's where we finally get that third point of the Trinity, is with the symbolism of the creatures. Moving on. If you guys have questions, just let me know. And the voice from the firmament was over their heads when they stood and had let down their wings. And above the firmament that was over their heads was the likeness of a throne, as the appearance of a sapphire stone. And upon the likeness of the throne was the likeness as the appearance of a man above it. God's throne room. And as I saw the color of amber, as the appearance of fire round about within it, the appearance of his loins even upward, and from the appearance of his loins even downward, I saw as it were the appearance of fire, and it had brightness round about. So, what's interesting about this, right, is a lot of people think hell is full of fire, but biblically, hell is separate from fire. Now, we don't worship fire, but God's a burning light, right? What comes from light is fire, right? And heavenly kingdom is always described as being fiery, like a holy fire. Even in Revelation, Jesus' eyes are like fire, right? The Holy Spirit is burning. When the prophets, whenever anyone tries to talk to God, there's fire, or their eyes go blind, right? Because it's so intense. And the burning bush, right? God spoke to Moses. Why was the bush burning? Because the Spirit of the Lord is so bright that it starts fires. It burns our eyes to see. And so, let's move on from that. The appearance of fire, it had brightness round about, as the appearance of the bow that is in the cloud in the day of rain, so was the appearance of the brightness round about. This was the appearance of the likeness of the glory of the Lord. There we go. And when I saw it, I fell upon my face, and I heard a voice of one that spake. And he said, oh, well, that's the end of that verse. That's the end of that chapter. I'm kind of curious. I guess we can just quickly, we'll go more into detail on the next stream, but let's just very quickly, I don't want to leave us on a cliffhanger, And he said unto me, Son of man, stand upon thy feet, and I will speak unto thee. And the Spirit entered into me when he spake unto me, and set me upon my feet, that I heard him that spake unto me. And he said unto me, Son of man, I send thee to the children of Israel, to a rebellious nation that hath rebelled against me. They and their fathers have transgressed against me, even to this very day. For they are impudent children and stiff-hearted. I do send thee unto them, and thou shalt say unto them, Thus saith the Lord God. And they, whether they will hear, or whether they will forbear, for they are a rebellious house, yet shall that there hath been a prophet among them. And thou, son of man, do not be afraid of them, neither be afraid of their words, through briars and thorns be with thee, and thou dost dwell amongst scorpions. Be not afraid of their words, nor be dismayed at their looks, though they are a rebellious house. And thou shalt speak my words unto them, whether they will hear, or whether they will forbear, for they are most rebellious. But thou, son of man, hear what I say unto thee. Be not thou rebellious, like that rebellious house. Open thy mouth, and eat that I give thee. And when I looked, behold, a hand was sent unto me, and lo, a roll of book was therein. He spread it before me, and it was written within and without. And there was written therein lamentations, and mourning, and woe. Moreover, he said, okay, that's definitely not getting into the third chapter here. But lots of great imagery there about eating the scrolls, like he's giving him a roll of book, right? So much connection to the book of Revelation, so much just reference to the previous situation, the lamentations of the Israelites who rebelled, and so Jerusalem was destroyed due to the wrath of God, and them having turned away from the Lord. It's just a constant reminder of not just the punishment that the rebellious house, the Israelites, had faced, but the punishment and retribution that is to come, the revelation that we will all experience, not only through the salvation that is Jesus Christ and his next coming through Temple OS, but through the world, the punishment. I mean, it's kind of sad to think about, just how intense Lamentations is when it describes the destruction of Israel, but the destruction of Revelation is something entirely different. So that'll be all for the Bible study today. I'm going to get into now. We're going to get into the Doom encoding. So let me switch over to that. Just give me a minute here. Just 1 minute here, okay? We'll be right back. Alrighty. So, Enroute has been working on Source Engine port for Doom, and he's uploaded some code already. I also have here, this is a really good website. It is doomwiki.org. So this has a lot of information that's going to be useful in our journey to do a source port of Doom. So I guess I'll start with Enroute's code here. Oh, does he use numbers in it? Looks like maybe he is using tensors or something. Let's see. So he made a WAD reader, and what a WAD is it's the data for WAD-C. Oh, this is not it. A WAD is like the data file for Doom. So all the levels and stuff, here we go. Where's all the data is the file format used by Doom and Doom engine-based games for storing data. A WAD file consists of a header, directory, and the data lumps that make up the resources within the file. A WAD file can be of two types, an iWAD and a pWAD, an internal WAD or core WAD that is automatically loaded for game select menu by the engine and generally provides all the data to run the game. A patch WAD, or an optional file that replaces data from the iWAD loaded or gives additional data to the engine. Okay. So there's the header. And it has either the ASCII characters, iWAD or pWAD for the type, and then an integer specifying the number of lumps. I guess lumps are like the sectors. An integer holding a pointer to the location of the directory. Did you ever play My House WAD? No, I don't play video games. I try not to. I try not to play video games. Make my own video games. The directory associates the names of lumps with data that belong to them. It consists of a number of entries, each with a length of 16 bytes. Associates names of lumps with data belonging. Consists of the number of entry. Okay. The length of the directory is determined by the number given in the WAD header. The structure of each entry is as follows. Integer holding a pointer to the start of the lump's data, an integer representing the size of the lump in bytes. And an ASCII, okay, so this is like the header. The directory associates names of lumps. I guess it would be easier for me to just see. The majority of lumps have no restrictions on where they will be located. So in these lumps we have map data, we have flats, sprites, and patches. So these lumps can contain flats. A flat is an image drawn on the floors, so like a texture. Sprites are weapons, ammo, corpses. Patches are Oh, these are textures. A patch is a WAD file lump stored in Doom's engine picture format. Known as the patch format. Okay, so these are like, so rather than like BMP, it uses this patch. It's called patch. But I guess it's different from a flat. Flat is an image drawn on the floors and ceilings of sectors. Flats are different from wall textures. Flats are a raw collection of pixel values with no offset or other dimension information. Okay. Flats are always drawn aligned to a fixed grid. I see. Okay. So it's more than just a texture. It's more of like an object that is responsible for, it's kind of, it's used to differentiate the different sectors. I think that is correct. The markers consist of X start and X end, where X is the first or second letters of the appropriate resource. Excuse me. So, okay, I think that's pretty much it. We have the header, which says either iPad or PWAD, iWAD or PWAD. Then we have a directory, which, oh, okay, yeah, so this works almost identically to like an ISO. We have a header, and then the directory, and then all the data. And it's just like, that's the same for every WAD. I assume we can just split them up. The WADs are split up in different ways depending on the kinds of things that are present in the WAD. Now, I'm going to switch here to the screen. I want to do a screen capture because, whoa, hello. So you should be able to see this now. So where did I put the Doom files? I wanted to retrieve the WAD. I just purchased Doom yesterday. Oh, I don't want to crash. I don't want to crash, Steam. Let's just figure it out. Did I install it to Austin? I honestly don't remember. I think it's outside of home. Does anybody know the default Steam? What's the default Linux Steam directory? Steam apps. Is it just there's a Steam folder in the root? Usually we just search for Steam, right? How many Steam files could I have? I actually don't even know what My House WAD is. My House WAD. Oh, it's a Doom. Yeah, Steam. That's what I'm... It says that, right? But I don't see it. And I can't check because I think my computer is going to crash if I open Steam and live stream at the same time. I guess for a minute we can exit out of TempleOS. This is being slow. Maybe it's in bin. Yeah, this is what happens when you only have 4 megs or whatever. 4 megs RAM. Can't wait until I get my big PC back. Ah, here we go. Okay. So, here we go. Lib is in the lib folder. Or maybe not. What about this one? User? No. Cow's Revenge. Why is that? Why do I have Cow's Revenge? Look at all these icon Steams installs. So much crap. Search for .wad. Yeah, I should, right? Steam libs. You know, I could try and open Steam again. I just don't want the stream to crash. I guess if I exit Firefox, it would be okay. Let's just open Steam again, and then we can find the files that way. I think I've already downloaded. Well, I downloaded the source code. I'll make a new folder here. This is going to be an open source project. It's called Tomb. It's on my GitHub. So if anybody decides that they want to contribute, we're just starting, you know. So Enroot has only made he's only made like 1 or 2 class files, I believe. Yeah, I should have installed that before I. But here's the master code. And so wwad okay. Okay, let's see. Doom. Here we go. Look at that. Local share Steam apps common. Yeah, that's odd that it did that. I want to make like a shortcut to this, or I guess I could just copy them. I'll just copy it. Copy. There we go. Yeah, so here's a WAD, here's doom.wad, d.wad, and doom.wad. Oh, we don't need Steam open anymore. Get rid of that. You guys found me out. I have a bunch of video games. I used to play a lot of video games. Not anymore. I prefer to make my own now. It's much more fulfilling. Okay. Can I just open this with Sublime? Here we go. So this is the header, right? Get rid of all this. mywad.c. doomtype.h. Okay, wait, hold on. doomtype.h and wwad.h. That must be where our structures are, right? doomdata.h or doomtype. That's what we want. doomtype.h. Okay, no, that's not for the WAD. Doom data. Label things, line defs, texture offset. These are the structs for the line def and stuff, like the sprites. I think what we're going to want to do is convert the sprites to TempleOS sprites. Right? Wouldn't that be the best way? Rather than making our own sprite format. Let's go again and see what Nroot has committed for us. We got Doom Master and Doom Main. Okay. Doom.GR. Okay, we have a CRGB. Let's read his comment first. I will convert Doom graphics to 16 colors. I will do this by vectorizing the distances of the red, blue, and green poop ants. Ah, yes, I understand. This is his dialect. I will choose the least poopy ant and choose that. Don't ask me how to choose a proper palette. I believe FileBMP has a palette, makes a palette. BMP palette new. GR palette get. I think TempleOS has some helper functions for that we can get a... Well, the palette's not important, really. Oh, palletized image. Okay. With height and CRGB data. Okay. So it looks like maybe you tried already. Red color equals best color. Doom image. Image call. Oh, here's the picture format. Okay. We started working on that. Read Doom image. WAD base. See Doom image. So I guess see Doom image is the header for the patch or the picture format. H equals header. Yeah, that is it says that right there. Okay. Interesting. Load play pal from lump. Okay. So he started on the graphics already, but I think the main, that's just for this WAD.hc is the one that actually reads it. WAD directory, okay, pointer, yeah, this is the, okay, so this is the, let's go back to the Doom wiki for a second. We need the header, which was it? You know what I'm realizing just now is that he's using Ionios to code, so he can very easily import the WAD into Ionios, but to get it into TempleOS is another question. I might have to modify Moses staff. Well, if we have all the structures, but I'll need to put it onto a disk. I'll need to burn it to a disk. If I can put it on a disk, then I can just load it and copy it into TempleOS. That's going to be interesting. I might need to use Ionios just to code this until I can figure that out. Yeah, But fortunately the WAD file is just hex. Like, I don't think it has anything special in it. I could possibly even just copy it. Like, copy paste it, but that might take a long time too. It's interesting. I'm probably going to want to install Moses' staff. I don't think because it's just hex, the only thing I would need to modify Moses' staff for is to calculate the size of the ISO, like when the file begins and starts, because we just need to read the raw memory from the WAD. Like, we don't need like with the BMP it was trickier because you need to convert, you need to get the image data and then find exactly where the header was and then copy that from the directory. But I think with WAD we could just we would just need to find when the data starts and ends and then just copy the whole raw over, probably. That's the other thing was so if the 3D models are included in the WAD, that should be okay. That's the biggest, I think, problem with TempleOS, and I mean Ionios and Moses staff help because Ionios has the file system integration, but you can't compile to an ISOC from Ionios, as far as I'm aware. And because it's running in the user space, so it can't compile itself, but Moses' staff has the problem, like you can make the disks, but you can only make it for very specific items. So I might need to actually update Moses' staff, especially to work on Linux, because I've been meaning to do that before we can really deliver the TempleOS source port of Doom, because we want to deliver it as an ISOC so that it could just run in TempleOS. Like, as much as I like Ionios, not everybody uses it, so we would want to deliver for base TempleOS for sure. Sorry for that tangent. Okay, so Where were we? We're just gonna look up the WAD file. I should like bookmark this because this is. We have WAD directory, WAD thing, WAD line def one side, and he defines all the different sectors. Oh, he does hashtag define in them. Oh, because they're constants. These are all the special types. Interesting. Load WAD from the file time. Return file read file name. Where's your main here? You got a main? He just calls it right here. Okay. CWAD WAD equals load WAD doom dot WAD. CDoom level equals load WAD level. Okay. Load WAD level. I think the best thing for me to work on is probably to get the WAD data into base Temple OS, because I don't think you can do that with Ionios. So let's get my Moses' staff. We're gonna need this probably. I wanted to code some Holy See today, but it seems like this is going to be blocking us. Unless I want to code an Ionios today. It makes supplemental disks. Okay. Enroot's talking to me in Discord. So he says it makes supplemental disks. Use Red Sea ISO. I made a function to convert directories into ISOC in Ionios. Well, there you go. You already did it. Okay. f.iso.c. That's the name of the output. Alright. Okay. I'm going to try and do that right now with the Doom WAD. And we'll see how it goes. So I'll do that. So we don't need to work with Moses' stuff right now. I need to open my terminal. Okay. And then, oh, did you update Ionios since I last? So I need to repull. He works so fast, this guy. I don't know how he does it. He's just very talented. Okay. I forked this one from the wrong one. This won't show my password, eh? Let me just switch off for a second here. guys actually see me? Oh, you haven't been able to see me this whole time? There I am. I've been hiding the whole time. I didn't mean to do that. Now let's put my video capture on top. Okay, good. That's better. That's kind of funny. I was hiding. Alright. So let's repool Ionios. It's cool you did it in a function. Now can make non-bootable ISOs. Cool. Okay. Did I download it? Ionios 4, there we go. And I have to rebuild all this crap. Here we go. Okay. Did I copy it? Place all. There we go. Okay. I put all Alex stuff back up there. Oh no, I copied that. Okay. And I also want the Doom WAD files. So, Doom master. Now let's see, you said we can make it from the directory. Okay, yeah, so okay. Alrighty. God, give me strength. This is the day. Okay. Okay, then we run the F command, right? Or J command. CMake J. CMake. Make dot dot. Okay, and I'll throw this ISOC file into the repository so that we have the WAD files. Is that, well, that would be technically, is that piracy? Because we're converting it to Holy C, so I guess it's not, right? I don't know. Our version of Doom is going to be free to play, but do we still want to ask people to, if people have to own a legitimate copy of Doom to play it, maybe include a tool for them to convert their WAD file. Did I already run that? I already ran that. There's some ethical questions at play here. I would like it so that people own a legitimate copy. I don't want to promote piracy. But for now, I might have to just include the WAD file. Maybe I won't publish it yet. I'll just save it for myself. Probably not ethical. So let's see, Red Sea ISO. To Doom Master. Where did it make the... Maybe we can have some kind of check, like checks your Steam library to see if you, if you actually own a copy or something. Oops. Let's see. Where did it make the ISO? Oh, just in the main directory here. Okay. So 1.5 megs, that doesn't seem right. Is it that small? Oh. I didn't know that game was that small. You'd use the shareware WAD. Well, I just made... I won't put it on the GitHub until we can come to an ethical conclusion with that question, but I will test this on now VMware and see if I can start coding with that. Don't need this open. Okay. Let's update the folder or the ISO disk. Doom ISO. Very good. Okay. You could play with the shareware version of Doom. See, I didn't know there was a shareware version. I mean, if they've released it for shareware, I guess it's okay. But then why did I pay 20 bucks for the Doom collection? They have a shareware copy available. I know. See, what does shareware even mean, right? It's like a demo version or something. Like, or does that just mean someone copied the files and made it publicly available? Like, isn't LimeWire shareware? Or like Napster? That's what it's called, LimeWire, right? It's been a while. Okay. That's cool you were able to make the whole thing for Ionios. That basically, I Basically, my Moses staff program was cool, but it was not. It's not like robust. So I'm glad you were able to get Ionios working with the. But this is not invalid file system. Maybe it's not working. Yeah, it's very tricky. It took me a while just to get. Usually with the invalid file system, the headers are not right for your Red Sea ISO generation. It's an official demo. Oh, okay, yeah, the demo. Yeah, I don't think the ISO gen works. That's alright, though. I do have the Moses staff downloaded. I think I can help you to fix that bug. Let me look at what you're doing. Okay. The ISO format is very particular. It's very particular, and it can cause a lot of issues if the directory structure isn't made correctly. Let's see. Red Sea. Crap. Where's the Red Sea function? Do you include it in the patch notes? Red Sea ISO function? I want to see why that's not working. Maybe I could fix it. Ionios. Let's start. There we go. Can now make non-bootable. Here we go. Call extern. Let's see ISO. Should I have put a dash in front? Maybe that's why. Make ISO file.hc. Here we go. CL to read it yet. Yep. Okay. ISO size of the pointer to D. What's going on there? Okay, so you have the header and then the primary volume description. Yeah, I think there's something, I don't know what is going on here. I think there's something wrong with the boot record. Let me compare the, you could test on QEMU. Yeah, I'm gonna, I have a hex viewer. Let me, I can look at the ISO hex viewer. I think it's something wrong with the boot record. Sublime, other application. Where's my hex viewer? There we go. Right, okay, so you have zeros for the size of the disk. I think my disk was, I don't know. Who knows how big the Ionios disk is. 40. Yeah, there it is. Okay. I found a bug on bulk dev init called red. I use fs disk name instead of s disk. It's interesting your thing starts on this line. So I haven't tested it. I'll fix it quick. I'm trying to help you fix it. He's like, already he's hopping to it. You don't have to. I was trying to fix it. It's not a race. It's not a race, Speed Racer. I'm curious why there's this many empty space. What's the default hard drive size for Ionios? I don't know. Okay, and then 58. Yeah, I wish I had the other one that I could look at. You know what, I do actually. I have the supplementals I can look at. It's weird, the offset is just like weird. It starts on this on the last byte there. Temple S supplementals, here we go. You look at the third one. Does this use the same one as Ionios? 44,000? I thought maybe it used 2 gigs. I think 44,000, that's 4 gig, right? The hard drive. I think Moses Staff I either used 4 or 2. Oh, there we go. This one's weird. Okay, it actually uses less. Okay. Right, yeah, it starts with 1. And I don't... Did I miss a record? I think that's why your thing won't boot. I can fix that. Yeah, you need to start with 1 so it recognizes the Red Sea file system. This is the Yeah, CD01. '88 is the... I think you're missing one header here. Let's see, then it goes... Where's the CD01? Oh. Wait, this is the directory. Oh. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you're missing quite a few. I don't think it... I saw you using it, but I don't think it's writing it. Or, wait, I think I'm looking at the wrong... I think maybe it's higher up. You just have a lot of zeros here. Because it's writing the termination for the header, but I don't think it's writing anything else. Yeah, I'm not seeing it. Okay. Let's take another look, another gander. fboc write out ISO boot. ISO pre. Yeah, it's sector 16. But it's not actually writing out. Try pulling again. I made a fix. What was your fix? You said... That was quick that you fixed it, bro. That's so fast. Let's see. I found a bug. I use fs disk name instead of fs disk. That's why. So you were writing to the wrong disk. Yeah, because I don't see the primary volume being written. To the out file. Out file equals fopen. I use fs disk name instead of fs disk. I know you said you fixed it, but I just want to understand the fix that you made. Let's see, fs ISO file name. WC plus. I don't see the fs disk name. You're writing to the out file. Close the F file. Just do git pull and make again. CD001 is El Torito, I think. It's not a bootable disk. Yeah. But when I looked at your ISO here, it's not writing the primary header at all. It only is writing the... You still need the primary header so it recognizes it as a Red C file, as a Red C disk. Like, this is all I'm seeing is the 88. That is the boot code. But you said it's not bootable. Yeah, I could try pulling again. I was just... I think you need this 01, but maybe... Oh, this is the 01 here. Well, there's a couple ones. And this is here, 5A, 5A. That's the file size. You need to know how big the file is. But the thing is all offset weird. I don't know if it can't read the size of the disk, it won't be able to. Oh, 58, is this it here? 58? I think that seems right. Skip stage 1. I don't know if it's fixed. It's okay. I think this is your file size here. Yeah, I don't know if you can skip stage 1. Yeah, it's non-bootable, I get that, because it doesn't include the compiler information, but I think you still need the header information so that it recognizes it as a disk file. You know what I'm saying? Like it's my Moses Staff CDs don't boot either, but they still have the stage 1. It's not exactly El Torito. It's like a modified El Torito that contains like, he used the El Torito format, but he doesn't use all the same fields as El Torito. Like there are El Torito fields that include for booting and stuff, but he just skips all those and he just uses it for like, yeah, I mean I see that you have, what's interesting, it's like you have the boot record. Okay, that boot record, that's the 88, right? That's the 88 ISOT boot record. What does that define? Maybe it's, I guess it's a global variable or something. Oh, you just mount it like that? He just mounts it. How are the YouTube comments going? None. That's okay. How far is this stream? How long have we been streaming? An hour and a half? Hour 45 minutes? I think we're making some good progress here. I mean, I haven't actually coded anything yet, but free zero buff. Yeah. Why is your zero buffer the DVD bulk size? Yeah. Yeah, I don't see the, I guess you define them in somewhere else. Or you're using the standard TempleOS DVD bulk size. I'm not sure what this value is set to in Ionios, because the DVD bulk size is the hard drive space. So it's like, it might be hard coded to 4096 in TempleOS, I think. May or may not be. In any case, I don't think it's something we're gonna fix in a minute here. I could probably take a look at it for you. I think it's weird because you are writing the you're writing it to this sector here. Let me pull up the Moses Staff. Make the T drive. Yeah, I do it all kind of manually here. 20. And building the directory is so annoying in this. I don't know how, because here's the thing is, I don't see you actually building the directory structure. Maybe you do it somewhere else. Oh, here. Oh, Red Sea ISO. I guess you use the default one that's included with TempleOS. ISO file name, source directory. Yeah, because it's in Holy See, you can just, use that. You can use the existing one, so that's fine. There's that. Well, you said you did another push, so let me see. You did a new commit 9 minutes ago. A fix? Question mark? Your comments are so funny, bro. File disk name, I see. You do this here. First drive letter. Clip line, kernel. These are all just other stuff. Okay. F open. Oh, you got rid of F open. So you just set it to the file name. This is the write code. So write in extended. You don't do the F open now though. I think you want the F open. I had two open files. I see. You have another one. Okay, you have one somewhere else. F close, got rid of that there. Okay, so I assume you're doing it somewhere else. If out file. Well, hold on. This doesn't make sense. If out file equals ISO file name, out file is null. That doesn't work. Out file equals null, and then check if out file is equal to ISO file name. That'll never be true, unless it supplies a empty name. Can you wait? You could do a single equal comparison in TempleOS. You need a double equals here. Oh my holy C. This is actually C plus. Oh yeah, it is holy C. Okay, it is. I think you need a double equals here. Because now you're doing a string comparison, right? I don't know if he's still listening to me. Okay. I was gonna work on my Moses staff, but if you wanna implement it into Ionios, that works too. We're just gonna need some way to get a WAD file into base TempleOS, and it seems like you've got a good grasp on the loading the WAD file aspect of it. So for anyone who's watching, Enrid has been the main contributor so far to this Doom source engine port that we're working on. Oh look, we got 2 watchers. Oh, it's just me and Enrid. It's just me and Enrid. But I made the fix. He says he made another fix. Did you see what I was saying about the equals? I think that is a problem. Unless you can do single equal comparisons or something, I don't know. The first time I think it worked because you were setting it and you were just checking if it's not null. I think that's what you were doing the first time with the F open. You were setting that C file to the F open, the result of the F open, and then the if just checks if it's null or not. But when you got rid of the F open, I think it was just you need to do a string comparison. But I guess, well, does Temple OS handle? I don't know if I've ever done a string comparison like that in Temple OS. It is an assign. Okay. That's interesting. Yeah, because you would need like a function call for the string comparison there. So you were assigning. Okay. You're just assigning it to the name and checking if it's null. I guess a user could do that. Just supply a blank file name or a null file name. In that case, don't you kind of want them to crash? If the user supplies a null file name, they deserve for the operating system to crash, I think. Just let it crash. They deserved it. Okay. So you did two more things here. You did another push. Oh no, he didn't. But you think that fixed it then, so I guess I'll rebuild. I guess I'll rebuild it. It is a sign. The result is checked for not null. Yeah. That's what I figured. I just thought once you got rid of the fopen, yeah, it doesn't matter. There are no single. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. It's fine. I'll test it out now. We'll see if it if I'm able to compile it. If I'm able to load it in Temple OS. Yeah, and then I guess once we have the WAD files loaded in Temple OS, let's see, look at the Doom wiki here. So you're working on the WAD file loading. I'm not sure what else there is. You said you started looking at the binary space partitions. I can implement that. I think I want to try and split it up so that I'm not stepping on your toes with your code, but that I can actually contribute. Let's see, source ports. Let's see, Doom Bible. Perhaps I could work on the textures. I think we need binary space partition set up before I can. And we would need the binary. Well, that's just for displaying. We could still build the level, but if it's different for displaying on the. Items. I suppose the GUI would be a good place to start. I figure that's in the WAD file also, but we'll need variables and stuff to keep track of all that. So I might could start with that also. Engine networking component. Yeah, we're not going to do the engine networking in Temple OS just yet. Okay. The Doom engine renders the walls as it traverses the BSP tree, drawing subsectors by order of distance from the camera. Now, I read your note on your thoughts about it, Ionius, on your thoughts, en route. No, that's not it. Well, you used some interesting terms. Let's just recompile because you think I would have memorized this by now? Let's read the news real quick, like Terry did. Someone just said Terry's back. No, I'm not Terry. I love him though. I love him. Senior engineers checklist. Number 1 for a senior engineer. Understand the business aspect of your work and what makes money. That's the bottom line, right? Temple OS doesn't really make money, so none of us are senior engineers. We're only junior engineers because we don't make money. That's satanic, so I'm going to get rid of that one. I think Fraser's trying to fuck with us again. Get involved with hiring for your team and company and maintain a high bar for quality candidates, for hiring quality candidates. Yeah, I mean, when you're open source, that doesn't necessarily, I guess who you work with, we got a good team here in the Temple OS space. Design and develop systems appropriate to scale, extensibility, and scope of the problem. Avoid over-engineering. Yeah, that's true. Scope creep is a real problem for anyone. Question everything and ask why repetitively until you get to the root. That's more, I feel like, for they teach that a lot to my managers and stuff that I've had, like that my manager's always asking why. It kind of is annoying. Like, I feel like it can hurt morale if you have a manager or like a team lead who's just always asking why. Low company impact. Demand accountability. Lead at least one high impact project with a clear definition. Okay. I don't know. I guess these are pretty good. Have strong mentors. Be a mentor. Whatever. Okay. Okay. Let's see if this bug was indeed fixed. Okay, so we're gonna run red C ISO on Doom Master, and oh wait, this one is the ISO first, so ISO.c, and then this is Doom ISO.c, and this is gonna be the file director, which is Doom Master, right? Doom Master. Doom Master. All right. Where did it go? VMware. Oh, you wanted me to check something else here. That mounting the file works first. Oh, I shouldn't have closed it. Right, so Ivonios wanted me to try mount file doom.iso.c. Did I removed it, right? Nothing. How exactly do you mount things? Oh, the M drive. Okay, well that works. That's a good sign. That's crazy. Excuse me. That's crazy that you can even mount things on your compiler like that. Good work. Yeah, that's wild. You're giving VMware a run for their money. You know, Terry was like, oh, we need to petition VMware to have so-and-so support. Who needs them now, right? We have Ionios. Oh wait, I didn't switch the disk. Oh wait, I don't think I have to. It's the same name. If this doesn't work, I'll try it again, but... Oh! Okay, that did work. Good. Great job, dude. Good job fixing that bug. It worked. Okay, so I'm going to copy the WAD file over. I'm going to do dir make WAD. Let's see. Doom. Where was the WAD? Doom.wad. Doom! Doom! .wad. Where's the data, boy? No results. What? Oh, did I copy it out? Did I do a stupid? I think I did a dumb thing. I copied it out. Stupid. That means I have to run the... So annoying. Let's grab it again. Doom.wad. It's in here, right? Wait, no? What? Where'd the WAD file go? WAD read.c. Oh, look. We're using this en route. WAD file.read or WAD read.c. Look at this. This is almost exact. Swap. Look at this. Oh, this is awesome. Look at this. Look, it's almost completely written for us. We just have to change a few things. I think the sprites are going to be the hardest part, probably. But this part for sure, open WAD. Right there, we have all the structure. I think you already got that part written anyway. Okay, yeah. So en route's leaving. Yeah, I'm about to end the stream anyway. I just wanted to get the WAD file. I wanted to find where I put it. Doom.wad. Oh, it's not in the Doom master. Doom master is the source code. What I need is the ultimate Doom. Here we go. The Doom data, right? Level resources, no. The base, here we go. Doom.wad. I'm not going to copy these exes and stuff. I think that's going to cause problems, so I'll just copy the WAD into Ionios. We'll make a folder called Doom WAD. Don't want to get rid of it. There we go. And we'll run red C ISO on q.doomwad. Okay. So I will copy the tree of the Doom source code. Why isn't it airing out? Copy tree t/ Linux Doom / Linux Doom -1.10. Copy tree t - Linux Doom 1-1 2 c/home /doom /c source. Okay, so now we want to shut that down, and we're going to copy the WAD files. Once we get the WAD files over, I think that'll be a good point to end this stream, unless we have any questions. Let's see. Doom is the new UI for Temple OS version 4. Yeah, I mean, if we can get the binary space partition working with Doom with a Poly-C, that'll be a good. That'll definitely be a good use of our time, because we'll be able to build a lot more game engines with it. I think CyberChud, I'm not sure that used binary space partition. I think that uses some kind of something from the source engine. I'm not exactly 100% on that, might be wrong. Maybe I could take a look at that. I actually haven't looked at the CyberChud source code yet. I know I was meaning to maybe make a level for that at some point. Doomwad, okay. Have that made. We need the ISO, Doom 1 ISO. We're going to switch the ISO. So today we got all the Doom files into base Temple OS, which is really good. So I'll just copy Enroot's source code over, and then we'll be on the same page, and we'll continue work from there. Hopefully we'll have a source port in the next few weeks, maybe. That'll be exciting. We'll just see that this copies over in the stream, unless people have questions. If we have any questions. Yep, there's the WAD file. Okay. Doom.wad. Doom.wad. Okay, now normally this means it doesn't know when the end is, but I think... Oh! Okay, no, it worked. Okay. There it is, and that's the same size. So it copied over great. Awesome. So we have all the source code in Temple OS, base Temple OS. That's awesome. Soon the source port we should have some more code ready to be copied over. So that's good. All right, everybody. I'm pretty tired, so I'm gonna be hopping off the stream here. Thanks for watching. Thanks for supporting the channel. Thanks for your comments and likes. And thank you for being interested in this content and just supporting the operating system. It's a great, it's a beautiful operating system, and it's great to see that Terry's legacy is still appreciated. So I'm gonna end the stream here. God bless you all. Have a good evening, afternoon, wherever you are. And go with God. Godspeed.